What's going on, guys? This is Daniel, one half of the Clock Brothers. Guys, I know what's going on out there in the world with the coronavirus, and a lot of people are fearful. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions. In my home state of Illinois, they just shut down all restaurants. My gym is going to be shut down for until the foreseeable future, right? Till further notice. But they're literally shutting down at 8 p.m. today. So they shut down restaurants. My church service is happening virtually, and even my meetup, guys, my real estate meetup that I host every single Tuesday night in Naperville, Illinois, we had to postpone that. But this coronavirus affecting all the industries that it did, well, my tenants typically work jobs such as, a waitress at a restaurant, or maybe they're a flight attendant, or maybe they're, working something that typically they make between $40,000 to $80,000. So for a lot of them, it's disrupted their income, and it may affect the way that they pay rent. So now the question is, how does this coronavirus affect us landlords? Well, the biggest thing that's been going around, that's been viral, has been this one article that this gentleman put up. I don't know his name. I'm not going to say any names for, disclosure's sake. But he pretty much says, I'm a landlord in New York, and I've allowed my tenants to not pay rent this month due to the coronavirus. And I, implore and I encourage all landlords to do the same. Well, I've got a little bit of a question around that, because for me as a landlord who has a lot of tenants and has a lot of units, it's not necessarily that simple, because, well, the question that I have for that gentleman, well, if my tenants aren't going to pay rent, does that mean that I don't have to pay my mortgage payment to the bank that I have all these these finance notes with? Does that mean I don't have to pay my mortgage payment, my debt service to the seller, in which I have a seller financing note with? Does that mean I don't pay any taxes on my rental properties? Does that mean I don't pay insurance? Does that mean I don't pay maintenance? Am I going to call my maintenance guy and say, hey man, because of the coronavirus, I'm not going to be able to pay you even though you did $10,000 worth of work to all my units, right? Is that going to be and the real question is that fair? So with landlords, right, how does this affect us? Should we as landlords allow tenants to stop paying rent? Should we allow that? My recommendation, possibly, something that we're landlords and tenants and, different government officials, where we could possibly meet in the middle, is maybe a rent discount. Maybe we ask enough rent from the tenants for us to, to pay our taxes, to pay our mortgage, to pay our expenses. We just won't take on any cash flow from the property. Now, of course, a lot of things may get sticky, because I, like many of you, have investors. We have investors attached to our properties. And guess what my investors also invest in? The stock market. And as you guys know, the stock market right now is in a little bit of a shamble. Things are not looking good. They're looking unpredictable, and things aren't looking certain, right? There's a lot of uncertainty that's going on. So I don't know. Maybe the question is, I take on just enough rent for my investors to get paid, the insurance company to get their check, the maintenance guy to get paid, the mortgage guy to get, maybe I just take on enough rent to cover all those bases. And I know another big news, a big article that's going on right now, is some states are stopping eviction processes from happening. See, does that mean the tenants stop paying rent during that eviction process? I don't know if that's necessarily the answer. I don't know how stopping an eviction will help prevent people from getting the coronavirus. I'm not sure, guys. I am in kind of a similar boat to a lot of you. There's a lot of uncertainty going on, and we just have to kind of see what happens. But maybe that's an idea. Maybe we, again, take a little discount from our rent just to show that, hey, we're doing our part in the situation, and we're just going to ask for enough rent to cover our mortgage, to cover our expenses, our maintenance, because I know a lot of tenants, people who rent, they for some reason envision that their landlord is this rich millionaire or billionaire that's taking their rent money and they're buying Ferraris and Lamborghinis, which to me is crazy, because I still drive a 2011 Toyota Corolla, right? I'm not some flashy guy, Do I make money? Yeah, I do well for myself, but I'm not some guy who's going to buy Lamborghinis or anything like that. There's expenses like mortgages, insurance, and maintenance that's got to be paid. That's for the benefit of my tenant, right? In regards to the eviction thing, man, I'm not sure if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with stopping all evictions or whatever it may be, because now you're putting the landlord in a situation where he's not going to be able to provide a good experience for the rest of the tenants. So, do we allow one tenant who's getting an eviction to affect all the other tenants in the same building? So all of this to say, guys, I'm in the same boat you guys are. I'm just here to maybe think and mastermind some ideas on what we could do as landlords and how this coronavirus is affecting us. So again, guys, like and subscribe this video. I really appreciate it. And most importantly, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts on how this coronavirus is going to affect us as landlords and potentially maybe even some opportunities in real estate just for us to be optimistic. So again, guys, leave your comments, questions. Let's start a discussion in the comment section below and see where it takes us. But again, above all things, guys, with this whole coronavirus thing that's going on, I encourage you guys to stay safe, right? Wash your hands, love each other. This is no time for people to panic. If anything, this is a time where we all need to support and encourage one another, as opposed to being selfish and trying to hoard everything, right? We should be trying to help each other out, and these are the times where we really need to be loving on each other. So thank you guys so much. Got a lot of love for all of you. My name is Daniel, one half of the Kwok Brothers, and let's stay tuned. Let's see what happens.